Speak up, speak up.
I did. I heard. YouTube. Speak up, so YouTube got it.
I've just got to remember if I turn this music way down when I'm on full screen it'll be better. Welcome in people, welcome in. How you going? Let a few people come in, hit that thumbs up if you can people. Smack the subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the bell. I did have a bell on order but I just never got around to paying for it. So unfortunately that's had to be cancelled. Otherwise I could ring a bell.
Yeah. They're really good loud bell.
And of course it doesn't look like, it looks like I've got a crappy green screen behind me, but yeah. At least it's tidier than what's behind the green screen. So, welcome on in people, welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? We will be having...
Hope everyone's well today.
Yeah. Speak up in chat, say hi, I'll give you a shout out before we get right into it. Let a few people get in there.
Yeah.
How you doing? Welcome, welcome. We won't bite.
No.
Woof woof. That's probably the most that we'll bite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I am bemused as to why my green screen is just being a pain in the bum.
Not wanting to.
Let's see if I can fix it a little bit, eh?
Yep. Likes to do it blackout. Streamlabs going.
Well, Streamlabs should be able to deal with the green screen.
Should be, yeah.
So yeah, I'm just... Oh, that looks better.
Yeah.
Alright. Tell you what, we've got a couple of viewers coming in and out.
Yeah.
And that's typical for YouTube to say that.
Yeah.
So, well, I've got a couple of viewers coming in and out. I've got 2 likes. Thank you very much, people. Much appreciated. I'm gonna knock over to the first of our videos for today. I've got about 5 of them. I have got a bonus one that is about an hour long if you wish to hang around for that long. So yeah. Our first one. Some steam train. Not steam train, steam engine.
Steam engine, yeah.
Zoom in to get the focus. This is a couple of years old, this piece of footage. Yeah. Most of the footage you'll see is from a few years ago, so it's not new. I need to get some more footage. I thought I had a lot more than I did, but you're going to have to just deal with it because unfortunately I found out I didn't have more than I do.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Really cool how that steam engine works.
I know, right?
One doing the steering wheel and another person doing the gears type of thing, eh?
Well, one's doing the fire and
Mm.
making sure it's keeping, and the steam making sure it keeps moving forward.
Mm.
The other does the steering wheel. If they don't have someone zip it for the steering wheel, it takes forever to get the thing to turn.
Look like he's on his own there.
Yeah, they can do it on their own, but it takes a while.
Yeah.
So yeah. Unfortunately, I haven't found any cars in the footage that I've gone through, but I do have a slideshow that I can bring up as well, so yeah.
Right, there you go, they've got 2 people there. And they've got some boats. So cool how people dress up in Art Deco 1930s clothing.
That's the everyday drinking wear. Eastern boiler system.
Oh yeah, that's every day, yeah.
So that might just be a new chair, but it's literally uniform.
Yeah,
Come on in, people. Welcome in.
they look like they're ready to do some work in those overalls.
Yeah. So there's the traction engine for you. Steam engine. They
Makes a nice noise.
yeah, I think it's for a donation of about $10.
Alright.
They'll take you for a ride down Marine Parade and come back to where they started.
Cool.
Wood is not cheap, and it literally runs on wood.
Wow. Yeah.
So
wow.
you've got that. Huh?
So it doesn't even run by coal.
Well,
Coal's just burnt wood.
I think they do run it by coal occasionally because they'll put some coal on it because coal does keep the heat up. But mostly for Art Deco, they tend to run it on wood.
Wow.
Now I got some. Oh, I tell you what, we'll just go to go-karts and we can bounce back to everything else. As always, starting to race off is the Napier Community Patrol
So
vehicles.
they're pushing them.
Yeah, they sit them in neutral, take the brakes off, and it's the first race of the go-karts. The next bit is going to be really bumpy. I'm very sorry, I was only learning how to hold the camera when I filmed this part, and when I zoom into full zoom like this, it is so freaking hard to maintain a steady camera, like if you're not on a tripod, and I hardly ever use a tripod now, so yeah.
Oh, that's a cool bike. Bike sort of thing.
There you go.
Wow. And some of them might be machines, some of them pedal power, I'd imagine, eh?
No, they're all, they aren't allowed any other way of powering the thing. It's got to be the initial push that sends them going, because this street, you can probably get a sense of it in the videos.
Downhill.
Yeah, it is on a bit of a downhill stride.
Yeah, I can see that how people are picking up speed as they go down.
Yeah. I thought that was quite a cool car.
Yeah.
I actually thought that
nice.
that one might have won on the day, so I followed that one instead of the others. Lo and behold, how long can Bryce be? Oh, they stopped to let someone cross the road.
Whoops.
Always happens. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
She's off.
She's off, yep.
Yeah.
Tanker.
A tank. That one is cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, let us know in the chat about your thoughts. What cart you think looks the best? What cart you think should win? Yeah,
I'd like them all to win.
that would be nice. Say hi in chat. You also get a shout out from me and Evie.
Wow.
See 3 people watching? To me that should be 3 people chatting in the chat.
And you love it, the parents chasing after.
Right,
Or-
that's typically they're not allowed past the 50-metre line.
Okay, so they
Where's
run to
50
that
metres?
point and then...
But they are allowed to, because if they chase them down, they've got to push them back up, or to get them back up for the, to put them into the pits area again.
Oh, yeah.
It's a fairly well organised race, in saying that it's very amateurish as well.
Yeah.
But it is one of the official events that did not run this year
Shame.
due to COVID and some overcautious fucking chairperson.
Oh, I know. It could have gone ahead, but they decided to... Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's my pen, isn't it?
I think
I've got mine.
I think the runners in that race did twice as good as what the carts did. To be honest.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to do is get a drone that's got a camera gimbal that I can use my big camera for.
Yeah.
Not a GoPro, my actual camera. So yeah.
So a lot of braces. People were, you know, the clothing braces yesterday.
Yeah.
A lot of guys.
A lot of guys do wear braces, and a lot of ladies wear very lacy dresses.
Hope you got
And yeah, that was all I caught of that one. Oops, there you go, number 6 is well in the lead.
Yeah. Must be fun making the carts.
I just about saw it, that guy, when I filmed this. Don't tell anyone.
Whoop.
I just about saw it. Just get out of that effing way.
Yeah.
Welcome in, people. I see you hanging around. How you going? There you go. There you are.
Yeah.
And
Not speed.
no, that wine bottle one was cool.
Yeah.
Hey, CR.
Hey, Sia. How are you today?
Carts does have CR in it, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that was a race for a while. Still is, it's a 3-horse race, not a 4.
Oh, here you go. Took a while
Yeah, I've got a lot of kart footage. I've got some planes a bit of music and some various stuff that I don't know where else to put. So yeah.
His braces fell down. I took them off the shoulders.
Right. That's the cards for you. Tell you what, I'm gonna cut to a little bit of Art Deco music. This one is played by the it's a bit of a mix actually. It's some is the Royal New Zealand Navy Band, and others is a street band that regularly performs. They actually went, why not?
Yeah,
and just played last night.
They were cool. Turnout was good too.
So this could be a little loud. Hang on, I know what that one is. Queued up. Looks like it's good to go. And go. Where is it? Doesn't want to play.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, stuff that. Don't ask me what doesn't want to play. I'm not going to try and fix it now.
Yeah, fair enough.
Let's just go to some planes. Here you will see a Hercules helicopter. Yes, they still use ones like this today. I can't give you a lot more detail on it because it's been at least a year since I heard the babble that goes along with it.
Cool.
I do have a slideshow that I will put on soon.
Helicopter kind of reminds me a bit of MASH. That old program.
It kind of does look like the one from MASH, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hang on. Yeah, I'm good.
Sweet. Does. Indeed.
Welcome in, people, welcome in. Good to have you along. Just looking at a Hercules helicopter flying around. I did all the photography for this. Yeah.
Tucks down low.
Bang bang.
Yeah.
And now you're looking at an
Plane.
Art Deco plane that does a bit of a flyover.
Cool.
Napier and all that. Yeah. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, I can't actually wait to get my big camera out and do it. And I hope they don't cancel it next year.
Oh,
if they cancel it next year,
not.
I am going to go full fucking bananas on them.
Yeah. I wonder if there's going to be more people that are like independent, next year, because that's the people that was the independent acts.
There will be more.
Like, well,
it'll be more independent ones, and that means the Art Deco Trust has to sign more contracts to get them there.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. And there's the whole group of the red checkers, as you can see, red wing tips and red tail, denote the red checkers.
Cool.
They are
some very dynamic stuff going on there.
I thought I did have a video clip or two of these. I looked and looked and looked and looked and looked and looked and looked really hard for them. I couldn't find him.
Oh, there's
I swear I had video clips from last year of these.
Mm.
Oh yeah, the height some of these come down at over the water. Dark is the least of your calls.
Mm.
Yep, it's just plain water, people. No vodka here.
I just got plain water on the drink bottle. In the summer, your body demands it.
Mm-hmm. I've got a wild left on there. Something's not working here.
Oh.
You're gonna have to go to the coffee machine again, aren't you? I need to update that.
Yeah, I don't think there's been any more community cases.
Give me 5 people. This is the good thing about having my PC back for streaming. I can actually do shit.
Yeah.
So, those of you who saw it so far, how did you think? What have you thought? What's your thoughts? Let us know in chat. Pretty sure
there's still 0 cases there.
And what's the MIQ ones today?
I could have a quick look.
I'm just thinking if I can fix this up first, this would be so cool.
Yeah. No new cases in the community and only 1 in MIQ today.
Only 1. Okay. Go. Bingo! Hey! Archangel, how are you going?
Hey, Archangel!
Brian! Budget Bushcraft and RV Life, how are you doing?
Gaffer!
And Gaffer! What's up, my man? Damn! That was a mouthful!
It was, wasn't it?
I come back from dealing with the bot and all of a sudden I'm talking and not stopped, which is good, by the way.
It is good. Yeah. So what a huge relief that the latest thing didn't take over like they thought it would do, but it did cancel things.
Unfortunately, and this is one event that cancelled. Thank goodness I actually have footage.
Yeah.
Back
up.
I'll just do this quickly because I can behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And yes, I am still talking to the chat. I'm still watching the chat.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Oh no. Poor Gaffer. Creatively redundant. Whoops.
Yeah, you've got to be creative to be anywhere around YouTube, to be honest.
You do, yeah.
So, yeah. I'm just adding a bonus here for you guys. Dun, 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 dun.
Scared him in the cat. Poor budget.
Hey, come on. Did it put it in here? I did. Done. Let's see. Let's see that. Add.
Add lots of things in. Get it going.
No, that's fine. That's just there. Now, what did I not do? Various.
Oh.
I've got, I think it's 3 or 4 clips in this one.
Mm-hmm.
I can go back and play the other stuff again. The planes, the carts, the steam engines. I can play that again because there's more people in here. But this next one is going to be multiple clips. Don't ask me about the order. Don't ask me about anything. I'll try and tell you who they are as they come up, but we may or may not get it right.
Okay.
Alright, first up you've got the Royal New Zealand Navy Band blasting away on their trumpets and pounding the drums as they march into the sound shell. This was a couple of years ago,
wow,
at least.
Sea of white. So cool.
And as you can see, I'm still learning how to control my exposures as I absolutely get stuck into the white of the band and it blows out. And they like to do quite the march.
They do.
And with this group.
Scout.
Oh, it's got some kind of marching group or something with the Liberty Bell following up behind. So that was a little clip of them, of the band all together. Unfortunately, I think I took that one when I didn't realise I had it on video. There's the Liberty Bell being rung. This is what it looked like about 4 or 5 years ago. So you can't wait for March here. I can't wait for March either.
Yeah. I guess the March is warmer weather.
Warmer weather for them, slightly cooler
for us. Yeah.
But at the same time,
humidity drops a little
at the same time, early March is the part that I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
It's one of the ceremonies they perform. I can't hear what's being played because unfortunately, as much as I've tried, I can't get the audio to come through my speakers. But yeah, no, our Anzac Day over here is pretty much the same as yours over there. I will have to wake up early one day and do Anzac Day live.
It's a lot of army
or Anzac Day,
that, isn't it?
Anzac Day vlog. But I find it's like wake up 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and by the end of the day you want to go to bed at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
There's that dawn march, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That dawn, the dawn parade thing.
Yeah.
That's the part that I want to get.
Yeah.
I'd
have to get out to the Auckland Museum from in Auckland to do that.
Yeah, and at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning there's no buses running.
No. So I might have to either get the bus in late at night and hide somewhere and wait.
Maybe.
yeah, the bus is probably, I don't know, 10, 11 at night, and you have to hide and wait for quite a few hours.
Yeah.
Say hide because, you know, there's not too savoury around there at night. A lot of places aren't these days.
Yeah, and it looks like they're playing another tune right now, getting ready to go march.
Yeah.
Oh, one of the groups doing a little march here. Bayonets fixed under rifles. He's the commanding officer for that group.
Instructing them.
Spun them round by minus 90 degrees.
Shuffle. I don't know what you call that.
This is art. This is part of what we call the Art Deco weekend or Art Deco festival. It's a festival that brings back a little taste of the 1930s in reminiscence of the 1931 earthquake from the local area over here, local Hawke's Bay area. And I don't know what that transition was all about.
The majority of the Anzac is to do with the army. I don't know if there's any much.
Anzac does. Hello. I've finally got a little bit of audio. So this is like the big band. They really used to make you get some dance. Yeah, I'm wondering why you get I've only been doing stuff today. Maybe a little bit. And here we go. Where are the dark lines? This guy's really tough.
Yeah.
If those sticks go down there, it is not my camera.
Yeah.
So I think the main goal is this little. I don't think they are actually I understand that they don't sell a lot of shirts. Do you want to hide it? The reason I don't write a tripod is that usually means get up on the table and and I tend to move a fair bit. So if I'm there long enough to get video or photos and I'm out. Look at those. Look at those. That is literally how fast it's moving. Can't believe it when he did that.
Yeah.
That was just right.
Almost like he's drumming.
Really,
Oh, you do have to
yeah, as you say, and most of the night, I'm hoping you could stay last year it was. People were asked to line up at the Dispair but bring people to
Yeah.
you get more yeah. The dark part, the central, the ritual, because that's oh, I know. I found it.
Yeah.
As you swing to the guitar forward, you're like,
Yeah. Find out if right.
yeah. As you can see, it's quite, oh. Everyone else. So they roof on the same roof on everyone else is building this, so someone is
Yeah.
Hello.
oh, the
Hello.
double guys.
Darling, it's so nice to have you back where you belong. You're looking swell, darling, I can tell. Darling, you're still glowing, you're still growing, you're still going strong. Feel the room swaying from that band, just playing one of them old favorite tunes from way back when. Like this one. So, take a ride, fellas, find her and fellas, don't you go away, love it, never go away.
That's pretty good. They had Lord people this year.
Yeah. There were quite a few people around about.
That's how old. That's a little bit. I've got it. I've got the tape. No, really good. Like, dancing with the stars, play with them, a park. And that's just right. That's what I like about Art Deco. You could just sit there and buy and
Yeah.
fast, slow, one, two.
Yeah. Cool one when it's yesterday. Really
A lot of the old songs that you've got to play.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say that's all good. On both.
Yeah.
That's all good. On point.
Yeah.
Right. Here's the direction.
Oh yeah.
They usually get up in this configuration and part of what's known as twilight tracking. And if you
Yes.
go to that, you what's better than a basic saying, you know?
Yeah.
That they decided what the house have the public. Hey, can we come out of this lane? And oh shit, come and look on the bay. So for the first hour or so they had a DJ and stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't get a lot of false cuts.
No.
But he had the bass line.
Yeah.
He had the bass line. It's much perfect. And these guys have the bass and the whole thing lived a bit like this. Went from probably to one people up to 40.
Yeah.
Just like that. This is Porch Circular Brass Band. It's how shit like that. Definitely good at what you do. I actually knew the conductor in the head. Yeah, that's iPhone. And I said, look, just tell all your band members that I can pop up almost anywhere amongst them to get close up to the instrument. That's that long. I don't know when I'll be there, but I'll be there sometime during the night. I will pop up as close as I can without getting hit up. And I will stop. And I'll put something together. I'll put something together, alright? I did release on Facebook, I believe. I can't track Facebook. I can't track it because Facebook doesn't have the dedicated analytics that YouTube does. So trying to track and trace it, I know what my footage looks like. I know it's confusing. But it has even put up on the top of it has
I know. If ever so slightly.
usually, of course, I have to do that. People walk around and I'll put some whatever break. Okay, we're... Oh, no, we're going to go back to the steam engine because there are people in here who didn't see it first up. Okay? I am mystified as why there's no steam engine noise.
Can't you over the music?
Couldn't hear us over the music?
Oh.
Put that down. Really low then. Put that down. That's the steam engine noise that you can hear now. Yeah. I do like getting the steam engines and stuff like that. Wheel is turning. Gears are turning.
Yeah. You can see what it goes into moving it. Yep.
That is really right. I love getting really close up on this stuff. I really do. It's just, to me, it's that if you can get close up and get it in good shot,
Yeah.
it is the shot of the day.
Yeah. That thing probably would have been used in the farm back in the day.
My writing's good.
Yeah.
Hey, and we're back.
Yeah. Cool.
Right,
Finished.
chips.
There you go.
Delicioso.
Delicioso.
Sweet chili relish. Cooked with
Cool.
sunflower oil. All you with headphones, wake up!
A lot of air, and then you find the chips.
There you go.
Nice.
Don't smell too bad actually.
That's good.
Don't really smell the chili though.
It's supposed to be sweet, not too.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to be munching on for a little bit.
Kind of tastes a little bit barbecue-ish. Yeah, it's sweet chili relish, so I wonder if it's got that relishy taste. Yeah.
Yeah, and creative redundancy says I'm using speakers, haha.
There's a slight hint of chili.
There is a bit. It's just a,
Teeny bit.
yeah. But from Bluebird, Delisio,
Blah,
sweet
blah,
chili
blah, blah,
relish.
bluebird's the word. Sorry, Dad.
I don't think you can read that. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. But they're numb.
That orange almost highlights sort of thing.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, that's a good handle. Definitely tasty.
I'm going to bring up a slideshow of a few cars, and a few other things that usually get around Art Deco. Some of the photos are from this year. Some of the photos are not, and I'll go back and review the carts and a couple other ones that we did miss. But yeah, here goes.
That's like a roadster.
Hey. Transmission. Where the hell are you? Ah. Okay.
Not wanting to work.
Okay, have I frozen up or something? Bullshit. Ah, here it comes.
We're good.
Okay, it's probably going to play up. Because I've given it 150,000 commands.
Right, got a bit confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if I was to go do that. Get out of here.
You fix.
And then go
kind
to
of rush
that one again and go transmission. Wait. Oh no. It is being a pain.
It is, it's a shame. Shouldn't be too hard.
Close it down. Alright. Looks like it's gonna start soon.
Cool.
Sorry about this, people. I have no idea why it's been such a pain.
Yeah. Odd.
Alright, at least it started now.
That car looks like it was carved out of wood.
It looks like it. It's gonna say I can't come in with camera, but yeah.
Pick up that.
I'm gonna rush the time I spend over here. That red is nice.
Beautiful red.
Yeah.
Nice kind of picnic hamper on the back.
Now it seems
It's going between 3 pictures.
it looks like it.
Does.
Hang on.
Odd. There's a lot more than just 3 pictures.
There's a lot more on there than just 2 pictures, folk.
Definitely a lot more than 3.
We'll try that one again. See what happens. If it doesn't work this time, we'll just move on.
Yeah.
And YouTube said a freeze. How come it's so fucking hard to stream like this?
That's weird. I think that a slideshow would be easier than a video. Unless it's a lot of data going between the different, you know.
Is it going to just do what it did last time, or is it going to move on? That's moving on by the looks of things, so that's cool.
I got added one more picture to the mix. Maybe it shows 2, then 3, then 4, and then after a while it'll show 5 of them. Yeah. Oh, I think chips.
Well, if it's not gonna do better, I'll just have to do this and jump to this, because we did have a parade this year. Now this
Yeah,
clip,
was fun.
this clip is about yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm pissed off too, because I don't know why. But there was a parade done this year. It was a smaller number of men involved in the parade, men and women.
Due to them having more important duties.
Yeah.
Around the country.
The mention of the virus is brought up a couple of times within the video, but that was part of the script that they were running by.
Yeah, why there was only that amount, but there was still quite a few.
Yeah.
It was cool.
And I had so much fun filming it. Evie got left at the back of the queue. I was up the front of the queue somewhere.
Yeah, my job was to take photos. Of course, the computer doesn't want to show that, does it? So I was taking photos of the men and then the cars that trailed behind.
I'll try and hook those photos up in a bit. Yeah. Here's the parade. There should be audio with it. So I did have audio. You can probably hear a bunch of wind.
Yeah.
And the men and ladies getting into position.
Yeah. Guns, I don't know if there were bullets in those guns.
There wouldn't have been. They would have been empty. So they're just inspecting the parade, making sure everyone's good. His belt buckle was slightly off. So yeah, his belt buckle was ever so slightly off. Which is what they were just trying to correct there. And as with any public event,
people are going to walk in front of the camera.
yeah. So there'll be people in front of the camera, there'll be people behind the camera, everywhere.
This old couple sat down and ate their sandwiches while this was going on.
I don't see them.
So you're busy filming.
Yeah. I can't hear any sound whatsoever, so I don't. I roughly know what part they're up to, but yeah. Plus it's just good for standard attention.
Hopefully be able to hear once they got the band going.
There you go.
There you go. Cool.
I just had to turn the monitor on.
Oh, right.
So now I can hear.
All the commands that they're given.
Called for them to stand at ease.
Yep.
They have not uncased the colours yet. So
Nice flags. Good flags.
once you know the commands and once you know the responses, you never forget.
Yeah. Going through this board.
He's not the one in command.
No.
He's the 2IC basically.
Oh, yep. I stood there a while before they were off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to stand a while. Oh yeah. The command's been given to uncase the colours. There's the band. I'll just turn that down slightly because that probably woke everybody up.
Yeah.
If you're hearing echoes, excuse me, I'll mute my mic while the band's playing because
Yeah. There's no echoes.
we are using a speaker and a webcam. We're not using a decent microphone at the moment because we can't afford it. Hence the PayPal link in the description after this has done, and the chat. This is on. Pick it up. Donate a couple bucks here and there. Help us get a microphone that's better.
And that is a please, but PayPal link there.
Those sudden zooms are literally all done in my camera too. I can be zoomed right up, and with the one push of the button I can zoom right out here.
Yeah, sure they had bagpipes in there as well.
They had to stand for quite a while before they were good to go.
They did.
Make sure everything was set.
People got into the cars before they went.
They did have about a dozen support cars go up after the parade. I never caught any of that on camera. Evie could have if she wanted to.
Yeah, that's why I took photos. I should have just turned to them to put a little video of the cars going past. They're only about.
I was more focused on the
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen marching. Yes, they've got bagpipes, they've got trumpets, they've got trombones, they've got drums. So they've got a fair amount of music happening.
Mm.
The leader marched over here and they were all standing easy like this. But they played a tune or something just before they marched.
Mm.
As you can hear, a lot of the yelling in the background is coming from kids with, yeah.
And there was a lady that, a Maori lady that was yelling out from the
Yeah.
Maori respect stuff.
Yeah, they were not quite. Oh no, people walking in front of the camera. I love seeing that.
No.
I love
just
seeing
don't,
that.
you know. Every now and then you get people that go, oh, and walk behind, but
Or they duck down.
yeah, there were some that duck down. But yeah.
Still
know
have
you
a few
have
of
a-
these.
You have a perfect shot for a video and then a whole group of people walk in front of you and block the view and you're like, ah!
Well, that's where you just move to a different angle.
Yeah.
I'm always moving the angle. It does sound quite Scottish, but
Yeah.
I can assure you it's not. This is New Zealand is a kid.
I've had more spicier sweet leaves.
I have. These are nice. That tune's over. Here we go. Attention. Next one's
Yep.
going to be right face 90 degrees. Or left turn, sorry.
Yep.
The colours march to get in line with everyone else. There's the head honcho of the parade, the leading captain. They do mention his name, and I've got a lot of the audio from the speeches and all that, so you will hear the name and all that later on.
Amazing how great condition some of the cars are.
I know, right?
I just like some of them look brand new.
They're kept in temperature controlled spaces, dust free zones.
Zipped up. Yeah.
They hardly even have to polish the damn things.
Man, you took off so fast. It looks funny.
Yeah. If I didn't take off, I wouldn't have kept up with the front.
I know.
And there was,
They did go
there was
quite
a
fast.
there was a certain something happened up the front.
Yeah, that's cool. I never saw it, but Oh, we're good to see it now. I heard about it.
Yeah, that guy was just going back and forth, confirming and reconfirming with the start of the start.
Yep.
Quick!
And you notice he doesn't say the word march because forward by the left.
Yeah.
The word quick is all they need to know. And there you go. Carol.
The band.
The instruments. Peep, peep, peeping.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is where I start to move a bit faster. And I'll just get the camera up and move.
Yeah.
Now I've actually got to start moving, because if I don't motor I won't catch up front. And I was actually clued into this, which is why I started moving. Here we go. Now I start going. You'll see me just really going fast and steady. And I'll get to a point, I'll flip the camera back onto them hopefully and keep an eye on them as they move. And you had applause as they went by, everything like that. This battalion that's marching, the 5-7, is an amalgamation between the Wellington Battalion and the Hawke's Bay Battalion, but they've got the whole lower house of the North Island covered. And they came to our house during the recent flood in November last year. That I documented.
Yeah.
For sure. Hang on. Do we have sound? We do have sound, don't we? Oh, okay.
There's time zone.
There you go. I'm up the front of the parade now. Just past the time zone arcade. And as you can see, I'm trying to keep my camera up and pointed at them, but didn't really work wonderfully well. Here's backdoor shop.
Yeah.
Not sponsored, by the way.
No.
Here we go.
Who goes there? 5th Battalion, Royal New Zealand Infantry Regiment. By whose authority you march through the streets of Napier with your swords drawn, your colours flying, your bayonets fixed, and your drums beating? By the authority of the Mayor and Councillors of the City of Napier, for the purpose of continuing the charter started by the 5th Battalion, Royal New Zealand Infantry Regiment, this day, 20th of February 2021. Thank you. You may proceed. 1st 7th Battalion! By the left!
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I was kind of clued into that.
Fully equipped policeman.
That was not a role play.
No.
I was actually kind of clued into that.
Yeah. Cool.
So that's why I paused where I did.
Yeah.
We are one block away from our final destination, which is the sound shower. And as you can see, I was just like, stuff the parade, let's get into position. There you go.
Stop the traffic, William. He's still here and he's still here. That's good.
And yes, I let them all go and join about somewhere down here. Now you've got the band playing, you've got the parade in front marching. I did almost trip over a wheelchair just up here
Yeah.
because I couldn't see where I was going, trying to watch the camera at the same time. And now, to the lady in the wheelchair, if you're watching this, I am sorry, but I was trying to watch the camera and I can't see camera and feet at the same time unless I'm doing a low angle.
She was sticking out a bit.
She was. And I believe this is roughly where I tripped. I am genuinely sorry I tripped over you, but unfortunately I can't see where things are. I have to trust the area is clear with my feet.
There was quite a few people in wheelchairs yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
Excuse me, people.
Sound.
Probably only about halfway through this. And yes, I did follow the band in. As you can see, the infantry regiment stopped there and was all in. So, yeah, they were all lined up,
Yeah.
marching on the spot when the band comes in.
Nice bit of grass.
Up goes
that
the
does that
hand.
green.
And here comes the whole command.
The colours became a focal point of regimental esprit de corps. And there are many stories of great heroism by soldiers defending the colours from being captured. of the gallant deeds performed by its members. Today,
And I took
for
my
the
liberty.
5 WWCT colours, the ensign carrying the Queen's colour is Captain Mort.
I'll read
The
the
regimental colour ensign
audio
is Captain
takeover
Mort.
for now and come back in
Colour
when it
warrant
dies.
officer is Warrant Officer Class 2 Mike Halliday, and the 2 escorts are Staff Sergeant Mackenzie and Sergeant Pinfold. For the 7 WNHV colours, the ensign carrying the Queen's colour is Second Lieutenant Powell. The regimental colour ensign is Second Lieutenant O'Connor. The colour warrant officer is Warrant Officer Class 2 Mike Dale, and the 2 escorts are Sergeant Holden and Staff Sergeant Skelton. The colours are sacred and can only be touched by gloved hands. Please stand if the colours should pass your front. The parade appointments for today's event are: Parade Commander is the 5-7 Battalion Commanding Officer, Lieutenant Colonel Andrew Fortune, MNZN. The Parade 2AC is Major Bill Tamati Smith. The RSM is Warrant Officer Class 1, Paul Mum, DSD. Ladies and gentlemen, you will have noticed that the parade was halted by a member of the New Zealand Police. The New Zealand Police have challenged as to why the 5th 7th Battalion RNZIR are marching through the streets with colours flying, swords drawn, bayonets fixed, and drums beating. The reply was by the authority of the councillors of the district. This signifies that the battalion is friend and not foe. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the 5-7 Battalion RNZIR current Honorary Colonel, Colonel Retired Nick Thornton, MVO.
Second Battalion, General Salute, Present, Arms! Second Battalion, Shoulder, Arms!
Please be seated.
You ducking in front of me, you'll see probably a few more times that happens to be one of the local paper cameramen.
Oh yeah.
Ladies and
running
gentlemen,
around.
please stand for the arrival of the 5-7 Battalion RNZIR incoming Honorary Colonel, Colonel Jeremy Harker.
2nd Battalion, General Salute, Present, Arms! 2nd Battalion, Shoulder, Arms!
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the reviewing officer, the Mayor of Napier, Her Worship, Kirsten Wise.
And the mayor is always referred to as Her Worship or His Worship. No idea about the title, but that's how they're referred to as.
Arms! Second Battalion, Shoulder, Arms!
Please be seated.
I have no idea what the tune is, but yeah, they play it whenever they're dealing with the mayor.
The commanding officer will now ask the Padre to say a prayer.
Padre, prayers please. guess it could be said I'm in the role today as part of my second bishop's license as the Padre for veterans and for others. Been asked to do a short prayer, and I was emphasised one word only, short. But this is a magnificent charter parade. I congratulate you all. Bow your heads for a short prayer. So Lord, today we thank you for this beautiful occasion, for this special occasion. We prayed for the soldiers, and yes, the sailors who mean so much to our city. So now I ask God to bless our gathering. So may God, as Creator, as Redeemer, and as Giver of life, bless each and every one of you on this day. My wish, indeed my prayer, that God will give you light to guide you, courage to support you, and yes, love to unite you. Amen.
I did, however, miss a few bits of the
Ladies
ceremony.
and gentlemen, the Mayor will now inspect the parade.
It's just the way things happened and the fact that I actually need a phone with some bigger memory in it. So yeah. Alright, while they're just sorting themselves out to carry on, I'd like to say cheers, creative redundancy, catch you next time. Here we go, they've just been stood at
Ladies
ease.
and gentlemen, Chief Executive Stephanie Rotorangi will now read the charter.
7th Battalion, Royal New Zealand Infantry Regiment. Whereas the Mayor, Councillors and citizens of the City of Napier and the Colonel of the Regiment, officers and other ranks of the Battalion are desirous of establishing closer mutual relations, and whereas the Honourable Minister of Defence, writing under his hand dated March 1957, has approved of the proposed closer relationships. Now therefore, the Mayor and Councillors of the City of Napier, New Zealand, do hereby confer upon the said Battalion the right and privilege, without further permission being obtained, of marching at all times when such processions are approved, with drums beating, bands playing, colours flying, bayonets fixed, and swords drawn through the streets of the City of Napier. And the said Mayor and Councillors of the City of Napier do hereby accept the honour of viewing the Battalion on parade once in each year for the purposes of an inspection by Her Worship the Mayor, and do hereby accept the further honour of having one officer of the said Battalion in uniform in attendance upon Her Worship the Mayor on all important occasions. The common seal of the body corporate, called the Mayor, Councillors and the citizens of the City of Napier, was hereunto affixed pursuant to a resolution of the said Council on the 17th day of March 1957. The Charter was reaffirmed on this day, the 20th of February 2021.
The Mayor will now offer for the Honorary Colonel to accept the Charter.
What is it with governmental officials here? First our Prime Minister's halfway off, and then we get a freaking female mayor who's...
Royal New Zealand Infantry Regiment.
I'm gonna shut up.
Retired Nick Thornton, MVO. Do you accept the Charter from the City of Napier on behalf of the Battalion?
Ladies and gentlemen, the Mayor and Honorary Colonel are now exchanging gifts. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now ask the Honorary Colonel of the 5th 7th Battalion, Royal New Zealand Infantry Regiment, Colonel Retired Nick Thornton, MVO, to address the parade.
Nick Thornton's been around for quite a few years.
Well, good afternoon, Napier. Thank you very much for turning out this afternoon. It's a great day for it. I'm really surprised that so many people have come down here today to watch what's going on, considering you had to unfortunately cancel most of your weekend. So thanks for coming, and it's good to see some of the 7 Battalion Association members, older members, coming down to support us today. 5-7 Battalion is particularly honoured to have been invited to exercise the freedom of the City of Napier. The Charter, which authorises the freedom, was first presented to 7 Battalion on the 17th of March 1957 and was then reaffirmed in December 2015 after the amalgamation of the 7th Wellington Hawke's Bay Battalion and the 5th Wellington West Coast Battalion in 2012. That amalgamation means that 5-7 now covers all of the lower half of the North Island. In our area, we have 6 other charters, and they are with New Plymouth, Stratford, Whanganui, Wellington, Gisborne, and South Wairarapa. Wellington was the first to receive the charter in 1938, and South Wairarapa the most recent in 2018. 5 and 7 battalions were themselves amalgamations of earlier infantry units, which included the 11th Taranaki Regiment, but more importantly, the 9th Hawke's Bay Regiment. These units have battle honours which we proudly recognise on the 2 regimental colours you see on parade today. The other 2 colours are the Sovereign's colours.
Colours referred to are the flags.
Battle honours were authorised by the Sovereign of the day, and they include the South Africa in 1900, Gallipoli, the Somme, Messines and Flanders and other battles from World War I. Also Greece, North Africa, Italy and the Pacific from World War II. It is of interest, and uniquely so, that the 5th Regimental colour also has New Zealand as a battle honour. You just think about that for a moment. That, of course, was given to the Taranaki volunteers who served in the New Zealand land wars in the 1860s. There's no definitive source on the background of charters. Some say it had its origins in ancient Rome, where troops were forced to remain outside the city until trust was established with Rome. They would then be given the freedom to march through. This may well be true, but in New Zealand we follow the British tradition from the Middle Ages. Back then, the nobles or landowners, in return for lands given to them by the king, and that land could be taken off them pretty easily too if they did the wrong thing. So in return for that land, they had to recruit, train, and pay for soldiers who came from their villages near the nobles' lands. But I hasten to say that we're not about to ask the Napier City Council to pay for our troops' wages at this stage. I've seen your budget. These formed bodies of troops developed into regiments, often taking the name of the town, city or region they came from. These regiments, once their reputation had been established, were then given the right to enter under the conditions laid out in the written charter, like the one that's been read out today. I think way back, and excuse this little historical message, in the old days, there was also included in that list of marching through the town with weapons drawn and swords out, there was something mentioned about wine, women and song, and free meals in the town, but I don't think we do that these days. Very appropriately. The elements of the Charter had practical significance in war conditions. They're not just for show. The drums were the main and quickest method of conveying orders around the battlefield. And the colours marked the location of the regiment's commander and indicated that their soldiers and weapons were ready for combat. So you never want to see these colours on the ground. It means that the unit is being decimated or the commander is being killed. So they're very special things to us. So these charter parades were established to allow mayors and civilian authorities the right to inspect the unit and check they were up to scratch. I hope we have come up to scratch today. Charter parades also acknowledge a city's appreciation for the service which the unit has given to the city over the years. A very recent example of that, of course, has been the battalion's assistance during the Napier floods just last November. Some of you old and bold may be observed that there are not a lot of troops on parade here today from a battalion. I can only say I'm sorry about that. The total numbers for the battalion are about 260, around that figure. But right at the moment, with the COVID commitments of the battalion, the numbers are down on parade today. We actually have 18 people on active service, as it were, at the Plaza Hotel in Wellington, looking after people in isolation, and another 18 or 19 so on standby. So there's a good 40 people who were not available to come this weekend. So our tradition of citizens, or charters I should say, is particularly appropriate for New Zealand. We were and still are a citizens' army. We recruit from the lower half of the North Island, and we're always keen to have on board New Zealand men and women who wish to serve their country. So if I'm able to put in a commercial here, I would ask you to continue to encourage the young and get them to, and so give them your support to join the unit as local reservists, like the ones on parade here today. We're just ordinary New Zealanders who love their country, and they want to serve it just as others do. For instance, the fire service, the medical first responders, city councillors, and many other groups. So if you have any reservists working with you or for you, please support and encourage them whenever you can. Thank you for listening to me today, and thank you for attending the parade.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will now call on the Mayor of Napier, Her Worship Kirsten Wise, to reply.
Blah, blah, blah.
Kia ora koutou katoa. Good afternoon. And thank you everybody that has taken the time to come and witness this very special occasion today. It is lovely to see so many people here. I am honoured to be here today for this very special charter parade with the 5-7 Battalion RNZIR, the combined 7 Battalion band and pipes and drums of the 5 Battalion. Welcome to all current and former Defence personnel, Lieutenant Colonel Andrew Fortune and members of the 7 Battalion Regimental Association and Return Services Association. Greetings to you all. In this, the year of the 90th anniversary of the Napier earthquake, the Art Deco Festival's theme was to have been a salute to services, in remembrance of the response of the services at Napier's time of need. I acknowledge the dedication and service of all Defence personnel assembled here today. Sadly, the upheaval of this week has meant a rather scaled back event. Out of an abundance of caution, the Royal New Zealand Navy is regretfully not participating as planned, due to many of them having come from the Auckland region. While this is disappointing for all, I know that the Navy supports our cautious approach at this time of uncertainty. However, it is wonderful that we are able to continue with the tradition of the Charter Parade with our own local Army Reserve unit. Charter parades are long-standing rituals, and they serve as a ceremonial bridge between citizens and the military. It is an honour to have the 5th 7th Battalion Royal New Zealand Infantry Regiment holding the charter to Napier. This means they are permitted to march with drums beating, bands playing, colours flying, bayonets fixed and swords drawn through the streets of the city of Napier, without challenge or hindrance to their movements, just as they have done to arrive here at the Soundshell today. The words I have just spoken about colours flying is significant. I am told that traditionally the colours of a regiment are the rallying point on the battlefield. The colours carried by a Royal New Zealand Infantry Regiment unit include a regimental colour. The regimental colour flying as you marched through the city of Napier tells us of the 43 battle honours awarded to your unit for distinguished actions and campaigns going back to the end of the Second World War. The Charter dates from the 17th of March 1957, and since that time this Charter has been reaffirmed with successive mayors and councils. It is my absolute pleasure on behalf of the City of Napier to reaffirm this Charter once more. Thank you again for your service to our city and your long-standing connection to it. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa.
Ladies and gentlemen, in historical fashion, the Mayor will lead the gathered crowd in 3 cheers to symbolise the continuation of the Charter.
3 cheers for the services. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
Ladies and gentlemen, I will call on the...
That may have been my camera. I apologise. I have no idea how or why it recorded that, but yeah.
The following soldiers are now to be awarded the first class to the New Zealand Efficiency Medal. Victor 1007488, Warrant Officer Class 2, M. Dale. I will also call on Golf 181637, Warrant Officer Class 2, M. Halliday, to be awarded his second class to the New Zealand Efficiency Medal. Clasps to the Efficiency Medal are awarded to warrant officers, non-commissioned officers, and soldiers for each period of 6 years efficient service after being awarded the Efficiency Medal. I will now ask the outgoing Honorary Colonel of the 5th 7th Battalion, RNZIR, Colonel Retired Nick Thornton, MVO, and the incoming Honorary Colonel, Colonel Jeremy Harker, to make their way to the colours for the symbolic handover of the 2 regimental colours. This will signify the passing of the Honorary Colonel appointment from Colonel Thornton to Colonel Harker.
This will be what's otherwise known as a flag ceremony, or handing over of the flag, which signifies that the outgoing general is handing complete control over to the incoming general. In this case, Nick Thornton's going to be known as former General Nick Thornton, retired from here on out.
It's quite funny, eh? Take the flag, give it to him and then give it back.
That's the ceremony I've been done with for the flags. Now the incoming general is officially but general, and Nick Thornton now has very little to no say at all. One last salute from the incoming general before they make their way back to the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, the dignitaries will now depart. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the departure of the reviewing officer, the Mayor of Napier, Her Worship Kirsten Wise.
And this is almost the end of proceedings here. But there goes the Mayor of Napier, Kirsten Wise. She's going to come down, stand on the black podium here. She won't give a salute because mayors don't do that. But everyone's going to stand at attention and they're going to play some music like they did before. And here we go, on to the next dignitary, which is Nick Thornton, MVO.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the departure of the 5th, 7th Battalion, RNZIR, Honorary Colonel, Colonel Jeremy Harker.
Oh, Honorary Colonel, sorry. Jeremy Harper. Why did I get that one wrong?
Yeah.
It all went so fast and so.
Yeah.
Raise hand, arms! That's 7th Battalion, shoulder, arms!
And ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the departure of Colonel Retired Nick Thornton, MVO.
He's eager to get out of there, by the way.
Yeah.
That's how
I've
fast.
done my duty. Goodbye.
I'm going to keep moving before you even say it.
The colours will now be cased.
Case the colours, sir! 5th Battalion, raise hand, arms! Just close to the colour. Outward,
Calling in the colours.
Calling him the colour.
Oh, yep. Oh, yep.
Colour party. Case, colour. Quick back. Halt!
And either fold the colours up over the flag. Make sure it's all tidy. And then they put the black cloth or tape
Oh, yep.
around the colours. Some of them is obviously still learning the ropes a little bit, just from how slow they are, but some are pretty efficient at it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Wrap it up and put the sock back on.
pretty much. why they're not at the bottom of the sock.
Mm.
That's what they call casing to colours.
Yeah.
The command was given at the start of the parade to uncase the colours.
Oh, yeah.
And this is just the opposite. And colours are all cased. Here we go.
Fifth Battalion, shoulder, up! In close order, in wedge, press! To I say, your parade.
Swapped out for the second in command. Listen careful.